welcome to another episode of The Rich Flavor. I am your host Rich, and I have a great cook for you today. But before I get into that, if you like the content you see here on the channel, consider subscribing and hit that notification bell so you're alerted to any future videos that I post. Okay, so today's cook, I am going to do a meatloaf, but I'm going to do a smoked meatloaf on my Weber Kettle. So stay tuned, see how it comes out, because I've never done it before. Okay guys, so here's the ground pork and the ground beef. Got about 2 pounds of ground beef here. Now the ground beef, it does look a little funny in color because it was oxidized in the fridge. Not sure what happened. It should still be fine to eat. The pork, that's about 2 pounds of ground pork. All I'm going to do is mix this up and put everything I need to in here. So I'm going to do 1 egg. Put that in there. That's going to be a really good binder for the meatloaf. Okay. I got a little bit of this minced garlic here. I'm gonna put a little bit of that in, that squeezed garlic. I got some red pepper flakes. I don't want a whole lot of that, just a little bit. I don't need a whole lot. And then some salt and pepper. This is just some kosher salt and pepper. You want enough to season for taste. Now we're just gonna go ahead and just start mashing this up here. Or mash this up and get it all mixed in really good. Really incorporate this beef with the pork, because we want this to come together and kind of stick together. If you can see, I am not using any breadcrumbs or anything like that. I don't do breadcrumbs. Part of that is because of I don't do a whole lot of carbs and stuff like that. So this is a good recipe if you're kind of doing the low carb thing to if you're doing the low carb thing, it's a good recipe you could use to eat meatloaf. If you like meatloaf, you're not worried about it. Oh, I almost forgot one last ingredient. I meant to put some soy sauce in this thing. So let me go ahead and grab that real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got some soy sauce here, just some plain soy sauce. Don't need a whole lot. And I have some W sauce here, which I'm not going to try and pronounce. I just want a little bit. I don't need a whole lot of this. It's just to incorporate into the meat. We're going to mix this all up. It should get mixed in there very well. As you see, it's sticking pretty good. So this is going to be pretty dense meatloaf here. That looks pretty good there. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is I need to stuff this into a loaf pan, and then we're gonna have to transport that onto the grill of the Weber. So I'll go ahead and show you that process right now. Okay, here we are back. I have a loaf pan, used for bread or whatever. They say I have it lined with some foil, and I put some cooking spray in there. What I'm going to do is just pack this here, okay? I just want to pack this as much as I can. Fill up the crevices. Pack it down really solid, because this needs to be like a loaf, right? And then I'm going to take a little bit of this. This is my all-purpose seasoning I made. It's called Everything But the Kitchen Sink, because it pretty much has everything but the kitchen sink in there. So I'm just going to sprinkle it a little bit there. I'll kind of do this in layers here. I'm going to bring it back here. Some more in there. So I want to really pack this in. Oh man, I know that sounds terrible, that clanking of the glass and that, but I just want to make sure that this gets nice incorporated in there. Like I said, this is my first time doing this. I'm probably doing something wrong, more likely. Maybe I should have put another egg in there or something like that. I don't know. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of pat that in. Okay. There it is. There's my meatloaf. So what I'm going to do is, when we get out there, I have a little cooking rack here. I'm going to put on the actual grill so I can turn or remove this from the grill when I need to. So let me go ahead and go outside and we'll show you that next step of the process. Okay guys, here we are out at the grill. I have my slow and sear here. I just got a chimney full of charcoal in there. I'm not doing this slow or anything low and slow. I'm doing it kind of hot and fast. I want it done relatively quick, you know. What I'm gonna do though is I'm going to just put this over the grate here and flip it. I'm gonna just maybe try off camera. There it is, a loaf, like a meatloaf. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it there. I still have some of this rub left, not a whole lot. I might have to put some more, a different kind of rub, because I'm gonna run out. That's okay. So I got some of this chupacabra rub here. Go ahead and finish it off with that. I just want a nice coating over this. Like I said, I've never done this before, so definitely going to be a first for me. I'm hoping that this stays together. It doesn't start coming apart as soon as it starts to render out and cook. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Okay, I have some pecan wood here. I'm gonna throw that on there. Just some little wood chips I have, because I want that nice smoky flavor on the meatloaf. And I'm gonna let this roll. For about half an hour, and then see where I'm at and see how it looks, and I'll probably bring you back throughout the process of this. So stay tuned, stick around, see how it comes out. We'll find out. Okay guys, here we are. Sorry for the outside noise. You know, I am in the country here. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Oh yeah, get a little good close-up shot in there. Kind of show it. Oh, that looks delicioso. Oh, it looks good. Okay, back here up. I'm gonna show. I'm gonna put a little bit of this here, this barbecue sauce on it, and I'm just gonna brush it in. Here, I'm going to get a good amount there, and I'm going to brush it on. Okay, I want it to kind of just ooze all over the place, cover the entire meatloaf. And I'm going to let it go for a few more minutes, guys, and then that's it. I'm pulling this sucker off. I went ahead and temped it, and it's right about 140-ish, 145 in some places, so it's done, ready to go. I think this is going to be great, guys. This turned out a lot better than I thought. Probably could have used a little bit more binder in there. Maybe another egg would have held it up a little bit better, but that looks really good. All I'm gonna do is put the cover on it, and then when we come back, I will be slicing into this, and I'll go ahead and show you that here in just a little bit. Okay guys, here it is. I mean, it looks really good. That barbecue sauce, you know, kind of baked on there, really nice. It smells so fantastic. I mean, it really does. That smoky flavor really does add something great. Now, I don't know if this is gonna hold up to slicing. I got this serrated knife here to try and make it as easy as possible, but I want the slices to be a little thicker than normal. So I'm gonna do probably about right here. Let's try right here and slice into it. I might be able to do it a little thinner than that. So, well, it looks pretty good. Now, it looks like it did separate a little bit from from each other because hang on, I'm gonna hold this up here because it's hot, but it's nice and dense. It's like it does have that meatloaf texture. Is that there good? Okay, good. I have to ask my son if I'm good in the shot there. So it does have that meatloaf texture to it. I mean, look at that nice, you know, the outside looks great. It has a nice smoke ring in there. I think this is going to taste fantastic, but let's go ahead and try this out and see how it came out. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and give this a taste. My son's going to go ahead and get himself a little piece there, or not a little piece. Look, show him your piece you're getting. He's got one of those little end pieces. Those are kind of some of the probably the better pieces of it. I got this one right here. It has great smoke ring on there. Smells fantastic. I think that spice is gonna really give it a great flavor. So let's go ahead and shut up and get to eating. Yeah. Cheers, son. Okay. Wow. That is really flavorful. Mm-hmm. It's not even dried out either. It actually still has some juice in there. It's not super juicy, but it's not like eating stale bread either. So it's got some it's got some juice in there. It's got some really great flavor, that smoky flavor. I don't think I'll ever do another meatloaf in an oven or anything like that. This is going to be the way I'm going to do it from now on. It held together pretty well, other than when I did layer it and I put that spice in between. That might have added to it from disconnecting, or it could have just been because it wasn't mixed in properly or packed hard enough. I'm not sure, but either way, it came out really good, and you know, it's not the prettiest looking meatloaf in the world, but it is really tasty. And I have to say that smoking it just adds another dimension of flavor. It just, and that barbecue sauce, it's really good. It's not super hot either. If you haven't tried that G. Hughes barbecue sauce, definitely try it, especially like with me, because I tend to not want to add a lot of sugar into stuff that I eat for health reasons. But this just, I mean, that just added great flavor to it. It's just a really good meal, and we're going to enjoy this because we're hungry and we're going to get to eating right now. Well, guys, if you liked the video, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of The Rich Flavor, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.